One of my favorite Corvettes of this entire auction here, John. It's a 1 year only from 1958, but for me personally, it's about the color combination on this car.
Yeah, the 1 year only, Scott. You're talking about the styling cues of the louvers on the hood, the chrome trim on the trunk spear, top of the line, 290 horsepower, fuel injected 283, optional 4-speed, fresh restoration. And man, I am with you all the way in regards to the cosmetics and the colors. This car is so historically significant with the color combination and that top-of-the-line fuel-injected engine and the high-quality restoration. I don't think this car's ever going to be driven much.
Yeah, that's the sad part about it.
$200,000 for one of the nicest 58 Corvettes we've ever seen, Scott. This one also a very heavily modified car in every way. Powered by a 6.2-liter LT1. Now we say LT1, multiple generations of Chevrolet using that nameplate. This in its most current generation. 6.2 liters, 460 horsepower, plucked right out of a C7 Corvette. 8-speed automatic transmission. Aftermarket chassis, putting all top-shelf components on there. Boy, does that one also have the look.
Hey guys, newsflash, reserves off, $235,000. And there it is, the hammer drops at $235,000. Here's a 1969 Roadrunner from Plymouth that has made its way front and center here at Mecum Dallas.
Hey Chris, a bit of a head scratcher here. You previewed this one for us and took us through some of the, shall we say, the confusion of the build. I'm going to go ahead and have you repeat that for some of the folks that haven't seen it. First of all, nice, potent 440 under the hood there, putting out about 550 horsepower. Tremec 5-speed manual transmission. But how about those exterior cosmetics?
Well, and I want to correct something I said in my preview. So it is a 69 Roadrunner, but you may notice it's missing that brake in the fenders and the quarters that are typically on a 69 Roadrunner. That's because the quarters are from a 70 Roadrunner.
Reminder, reserve came off to the $150,000, $160,000 range.
It was $165,000.
250.
These guys are throwing some hard right crosses, heavyweight bout going on here.
This might be the number here, $250,000, currently the high bid.
There it is.
That was Hearns versus Hagler coming down the stretch there. That was nice.
No kidding.
This is a pro-built, heavily modified car. You know, I talk about state-of-the-art, and that is almost an understatement with this one. Supercharged 6.2-liter LSA crate engine. That bubble top Bel Air body style is a showstopper, but this takes it to a completely different level with all the modifications, Bill.
Yeah, I mentioned what was happening on the undercarriage when we did the preview. It's all aftermarket from the Art Morrison chassis all the way through. I mean, the foundation of this build includes the best of everything. And that adds to why people are bidding where they are right now.
Hey, hey, hey!
Reserves off.
All right, Professor, reserve is off at $255 grand.
You got it. Thank you.
Sold in the house, Scott. That gentleman right there.
Next up for us in Dallas, 1970 Plymouth Superbird. 1 year only.
Oh, really like this one. 1,935 Superbirds built in the one and only year, as Scott mentioned. V code optional 440. That would be the 6-barrel version with 3 Holley 2-barrel carburetors on top of that 440, bumping the power from 375 to 390.
And look at this, we're at 290 now. So good call by the consignor.
Yes.
Are we done?
95.
You done the work. You want to give 300. 295, 300. So,
well, the consignor made the right choice to get the reserve. He saw get the reserve up. We saw a big bump. The reality is, it's been a heck of a day here for Mopar Performance. The cars are bringing the money. I think that the consignor recognized that, and I'll bet he's going to go away very happy.
The next car needs really no introduction. The legendary Dodge Daytona from 1969. This car in particular getting well-deserved attention coming into this event.
A couple of reasons why, Scott. First of all, coming to us from the original owner. He's here bringing it. The car has been restored quite a few years ago, but it clearly has been driven. This is not a pristine show car, which I'm going to consider to be a big plus, because how many people actually take their factory Daytonas, one of only 503 built, and drive them for fear of, getting that pristine restoration? Not the case here. So let's remind everybody that the appearance of these cars, the wings, the pointy nose, the flush rear window, all to make that equipment legal for racing on the big ovals back in the day. One more. Short-lived program, one-year-only Daytona. This is one of 503.
$380,000. Okay, on the block now, 2006 Ford GT.
513 miles on this one. That's tungsten gray. We see it's got the optional BBS forged wheels. It does have the optional Macintosh stereo. That is 2 out of 4 options. We see it's got the stripes. That is 3 out of 4 options checked off the list. We're going to crack 400,000. Maybe not. So there we go, $395,000 for another 06 Ford GT with low miles, 513 on this one.
And now on the block here in Dallas, we have a 2005 Ford GT, and already at $350,000.
First year for the reintroduced Ford GT of this generation. Only ran those 2 years, 05 and 06. This one with about 2,950 miles on it. All 4 options. We see the stripes. We see the BBS forged wheels. It's also got painted calipers and that Macintosh stereo. All were powered by that 550 horsepower supercharged mid-engine mounted 5.4 liter V8 6-speed manual transmission, no automatics available. 200 miles an hour car right off the showroom.
And no reserve at $425,000.
$450. What the? Just sold $425,000. Price new back in 2005 at $160,000.
The 2006 Ford GT, the Heritage Edition, which anytime it shows up at an auction, John, it's got the chance to be the valedictorian of the entire event.
Yeah, absolutely, Scott. That Heritage Edition paint scheme, harkening back to the glory days of the success of the racing of the original Ford GT40s.
Look at that.
These are the most desirable of all of the run of the 2005 and 2006. 2006 was the only year for the Heritage Edition. This one's a one owner with only 420 miles on it. Look at the pricing.
My goodness.
Wasn't that long ago these were in the $400,000 range. Not anymore.
Right.
640 looks like it's going to do it. Yep. All right, man, I'll call you back in a bit.
Wow. New cost about $180,000, but it took a lot more than that today. Hammer price, $640,000.
No reserve. No reserve. 100 pounds. 70, 60.